Alright, what is going on, guys? Today I thought that I could make a video about my whole watchlist process, so everything that I do pre-market or before the pre-market or the night before, just to give you an idea how I build my watchlist overall, because I think a lot of you may not do a watchlist or just look at what Hammer is trading or basically what the guys are doing in the main chat. And yeah, I'm in chat so that you can learn to do all of these things yourself, and that's why I'm making this video. So the first step that I do is I'm looking at the daily runners of the previous day, which you can do right here in chat, where you got these tickers right here, or you can go to Finviz. What I'm looking for is I want to see volume. So I want to see a stock that has been spiking and that that has a lot of volume. Also, I'm looking at the price range. So my niche is basically right around stocks that are above $1 and under $10. I may play stocks over or also under it, but that's really, really rare. And yeah, so the first ticker I see, TIK right here. As you know, right here, look at the volume, doesn't match. I don't take it, I don't want it. OJAN price range, not good enough for me, and I'm going to show you the chart. OJAN, oops, right here. So OJAN, just, I don't like how it moves. It's kind of too, like it's trading with algos, so it's going to be up, down, wick. Tight range, kind of like from 115 to 140. That's not the range that I want to see. My preferred range is right around $1, so from 0.5 to $1. That's the range I want to see. So I'm not going to play this one. I'm going to be looking down. No. And then just the percentage is not high enough for me to be interested. So the two stocks that I see right here are TIK and ADIL. So I'm going to be looking right here. Which stocks do we have here? TNPX or XP, I mean. So I'm going to be looking at it right here. And what I'm seeing is the first day we had this nice range, and what was happening on this stock was it had a reversed split, and they had an ATM open, which means the first day they used, so on the first day we got down and we triggered SSR, which means 10% down, and you can't basically hit the bid too short. So yeah, the first day they trapped, it came back down, and the second day it was basically just someone was sitting on the ask and basically taking the stock down. I do think that we will close the gap today, but the range is not good enough for me, or the range is quite nice, but the problem is that it could easily, or not easily, but it could spike back up to this previous support area right here, and I don't have any real resistance to play off right here, because just the volume. I want to be using support areas with a lot of volume, or the support and resistance area of the day with the volume. And yeah, they still have the ATM open, but just it's the third red day today, and I just don't want to be playing it. The odds are not in my favor. Not taking it is as simple as that. Second, ASNS. Now that one looks nice to me, and I'm going to be telling you why. So first of all, let me clear the drawing set right here. So why do I want to be playing this? So as you can see, the normal range is kind of tight right here, and we didn't have any significant volume in the past month. Just this consolidation right here. So gonna be looking at it on the 5-minute chart. So as you can see, we spiked the first day, and this day was kind of tough to play because we didn't get any real pullback. It just ramped up into the close. So first area I want to be looking at is the resistance area of the first day. So where is it? So I'm going to be taking the close right here, which is at 411, 410ish, and also 450. That's my first resistance area I'm going to be playing off, or that I at least want to have on my chart. Second one is on the second day, as we spiked with kind of significant volume. 1 million is something to that is noteworthy, and we kind of tried to spike back over that area but couldn't make it. So I'm gonna mark it. It's kind of this 370, 375-ish area. So we got one right here. So gonna be adjusting these areas right now because I want to be playing off the last resistance. You always want to compare basically where can I find resistance that is newish but also with volume. So yeah, I'm gonna adjust it basically where it spiked at to this range right here where we broke out. And also gonna be looking at the last day, where did we spike to, and I really find this 430-ish, 440 area quite nice, because we tried to spike on that day, couldn't make it. Right here couldn't make it. Then it spiked over and became support, which we did respect. Came back down, tried to spike right here in this 430-ish region and couldn't make it. So the thing that I really like about this chart is normally on these stocks that have kind of a multi-day breakout pattern, we will see it spike, and in a hot market we could have been spiking further into this at least like $8 area, and maybe even trying to fill the gap on a huge parabolic move, which we didn't get. And the thing that I really like is we tried to push on volume, but the volume was just too low. On that first day we had huge volume, we had something like 40 million or something, and on this day we couldn't even do like half of it. So we tried to push right here, as you can see on this volume spike, we tried to push, but we just couldn't make it even to this $5 mark. We made it to 490 and we slammed back down. We had this wonderful death drop that came late day, and my data shows, and Hammer's data shows, that death drops tend to continue on the third day. And the really nice thing is that you have it's coming back into the range. Basically it's trying to break out, can't make it, longs are getting bagged right here, comes back down into the range, and now we have quite a lot of supply right here. So what are the areas that I'm interested in? What I would like to see is basically a spike into the best resistance area I can have, because those are the odds that you want to see. The biggest resistance has the best probability to hold. It's where the most volume has been traded, and that's where I want to be playing. So the best area, as you can see, spike 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, is this 430 region. But the problem is that we are probably going to see a lot of spikers today because of the futures. So I don't think that we will make it on this stock, because I think probably a lot of people will just completely forget about it. So what I want to be seeing is on those kind of plays, I'd like to see some kind of push to the 410 area and scale in. I want to be playing off 450 or even maybe 470, but I think I'm going to be using this 450 as a guide, at least to scale out a bit and use maybe this area. So what I'm going to be doing is going to be taking a starter, maybe 1/3 at this 410 area, just to have a piece if it doesn't make it. and add basically at this 440 mark to full size or less, because this pattern is nice, but it's not the best. I'm not really willing to risk a lot on this kind of pattern. But what I'm saying is basically I want to be taking 1/3 right here and the rest over here. If it gets over 450 and can hold, I'm gonna be taking off maybe half, maybe 1/3, right around there, and be risking the rest of this 475-ish region. And yeah, where are my targets? My targets are gonna be, if we spike to this 450 area, it's gonna show me, all right, it has a little bit of strength. So my first target is gonna be this 480 area. As you can see right here, I'll be having a 430 kind of average, risking of 450. That's right around 20 cents, 20-25. And my target is at 380, the first one to take a partial. So that's right around a 2 to 1 to a 2.5 to 1. And my second target is going to be the open of Friday, which is at 350. And if we even break that, so I'm going to be taking it and just look how it reacts. And the rest has a target of right around $3 as we hovered over that area and open right here before spiking higher. So that's my plan on ASNS. I think we covered the fundamentals in the chat already, because this one has been kind of a lot talked about, because we had this day right here where we played it, and this day, and also this day right here. I think I think I played the 3 days. So right here got squeezed a bit, and right here I took the nice move at the end of day. Right here I took the whole depth drop down. So yeah, I like this ticker, and I really want to play it. So the second one that we wanted to see is TIK. What can I say about that one? So I don't think that TIK had an offering out, if I can remember correctly, because I didn't write down anything right here. But nonetheless, you can see that they had right around 280K US dollar as a cash basis at the end of September. So what does that tell me? The company is looking for cash. They need cash, they need it, and they need it bad. What else? The quick ratio. The quick ratio is basically comparing the current assets and dividing it by the current liabilities, and everything that's under one means they are not solvent, which means they wouldn't have enough cash to pay off their complete liabilities, current liabilities, which is a very negative sign. And right here, as you can see, they have a net working capital of right around 2 million, which is really nice to see on this kind of place. So what happened? So as you can see, if we look at the history right here, you're gonna see every time we spike, we have a big wick right here, big wick, and we basically, every time we spike up, we have a nice second red day. So right here, red day, every time it gaps down. But the thing is, and which I don't like, is we didn't have really a gap up day where we really kind of had a gap to fill at this, the second day. So we almost, every time we get a gap down, but at the same time, we don't have an offering that's out, and we don't have really a lot of previous history regarding a big gap up and place to fill the gap. So 5-minute chart gonna show you right here. So we spiked that day, couldn't make it over this 550 area every time we wicked. So I'm gonna be marking that one at this 430 mark. After that, we found support in the pre-market at this 450, 460 mark. and also tried to spike and found support right here. So that's going to be a big resistance line. So as you know, support as we break down becomes resistance. So that's going to be a pretty important area I want to be looking at. Next one, 375. We bounced again off this area. So I'm going to be marking it as it's a pretty important area. Right here, 420. We found support just after the dump. Right here, we even broke down and reclaimed it once. Tried to push, couldn't make it. Tried to push, couldn't make it again. So that's going to be my next resistance line. So what am I looking at? If history repeats itself, it's going to have a gap down, and it's going to be continuing today. The thing is, the probability is right around 70 to 75-ish percent, which means I'm not going to be using a lot of size, as I want to be sizing up on patterns where I know the probability is right around 75 to 80% or higher. So what do I want to see? So the best case scenario for me would be, so as I think SSR will be triggered on that name, so it's gonna be pretty hard. The thing is, I like SSR if we have dilution going on, but because it's quite easy to spot on the tape. But on this one, we're probably going to see a weak open, push maybe to this 375-ish region, which is going to be my first target to short, and then I'm going to be risking off this 420 area. If we break over it, I don't really want to play it at all, because it's going to be showing me that it got some strength, and I don't want to be playing the stocks that are kind of choppy SSR. I just don't want to play it. So to recap, short right here, stop right here. We don't have an offering out, and not a ton of dilution regarding warrants or anything else. So we basically have a lot of backholder pressure from the daily chart, which is quite nice. So TIK had it as, so on most of these stocks I've got the filings and all written down, but the only one that I don't have written down is, did I talk about ADIL yet? I don't think I have. Let me check one real quick. Yeah, I didn't talk about that one yet. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. 1 second. So what did we do? We tried to push, got manipulated, crashed down, and basically faded off the whole day. So which areas am I going to be looking at? So on this day we had a lot of volume traded. Couldn't really push about this 415 area, so I'm going to be marking it right here. Right here. So couldn't make it. Right here also consolidated, tried to push over it, failed. Right here once again. Next area gonna be this, it's gonna be this 383 area, and also the 360 mark right here, as we tried to push in the afternoon, couldn't make it, and found support right at the close right here. But the nice thing on this one is the next real support I meet, it's going to be down in the 250s, which shows me, all right, this has a lot of potential and a lot of range. So what I want to see is maybe a small gap down, push to this 390, so in between 360, 390 area, and kind of top out with a small parabolic move. So I'm going to be looking for a small bounce on the 3-minute chart or something. So the first starter will be in this parabolic move to the 390s, and then going to be looking to add into a bounce to risk off the high of day. But if we just straight rip to this 420 and over, going to be cutting it and not touching it again. So as I just wrote on Twitter, I just also want to go over the fundamentals and how I do them. So gonna do that real quick on ADIL. So gonna go to my trusted website, BAM-SEC. So ADIL. I was already kind of scared to see if it's a Chinese company, because that would have be something else. So because I don't really want to research that right now. I would need another coffee browser. So gonna write down, I'm gonna do the process just as I do it normally. So gonna take the outstanding shares, it's the last statement right here. So gonna write it down right now, ADIL, new bullet point. Gonna be taking this right here as of November 13th, 2018. So then going down, I'm going to be looking for the condensed, unaudited financial statements. What do I want to take right here? So I want to see the cash right here, which is 4 million. So going to be writing down 4.8 million cash as of end of September 2018. Then gonna take just gonna do it right here on my phone, which is the easiest way for me. So gonna take the total current assets, which is right here. So 5.245299, and then divide it by the current liabilities, which are right here. So 322,806, which gives me a net, a quick ratio of right around 16, which is really a lot. I don't see that a lot. So 16.24 quick ratio. It's just giving me an idea how much more assets, current assets they have in comparison to the liabilities, basically. So also I want to see how much they have if they had to sell everything or pay back everything, which I'm going to do right here. So I'm going to take this number right here, once again, 174, and then and take this number and subtract it from that one. So minus 322,806, which leaves me right around a 4.9. So 4,929,368 NWC, so net working capital. And after that, I'm going to be looking at basically dilution. How do I research that? So warrants. So as you can see right here, the bigger the number, the more it's a red flag for me. So I have the feeling that it's going to be one of these where it will take some time. But just gonna scroll down basically. No. No. So just gonna look for some kind of table for me to look at. I think I even really researched ADIL once before, because this filing is looking newish to me, or not newish. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw it already. It's maybe here, July 2018. No. we got options right here, outstanding at 570. It's not enough for me to kind of look at. I need some big numbers. Here, the following table provides the activity in warrants for the 9th month ended September 30th. So, outstanding right here at an average of 583. So gonna be right here, wait a sec. The following table provides so I'm gonna be writing down this here, so 4.118. 1 second. So be writing down warrants, the number, and then at 483. Put a bullet point right here. So gonna be looking if I can see some more maybe. So where was it again? No. More down. Or I think I just scrolled through it. So as you can see right here, we got the warrants right here, and then here there were no warrants issued, exercised, or expired for the 9-month period. And then on November 12th, 480,000 unit warrants were cancelled and 961 warrants were issued. See note 11. Alright, so I'm going to be keeping that in mind and research it after the video. But basically what it's telling me is that these ones were cancelled. So they were outstanding as of September 30th, but they got cancelled right here as it's written down on November 12th. And normal warrants were issued, so they got even more, I think, which is quite interesting to say the least. So, can I find something more? July, no thank you. On November 12th, the company entered into an exchange agreement with the holders of the unit warrants. Right here, it was exercisable at $5. Let me check real quick. What's the date? On November 12th. When is that? November. Alright, it's a while back. I always forget the date. Swear I just didn't know right now that we were in December. Quite new. Christmas is coming on. Can't see anything else that is, or maybe right here, wait a sec. Here, warrants were ultimately exercisable for an aggregate of blah blah blah. Two warrants were exercisable. Alright, nothing that I want to be seeing right here. So after that, I'm going to be looking at offerings. So just typing offering. So right here, nothing to see. Nothing. Nothing. No. No, no, no. On October, no. Thank you. No, 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 no. Don't need that. Don't need that. No. Liquidity. No, don't need that. So they're talking about their cash situation right here. It just doesn't matter. I don't care. Don't care, don't care, don't care. So it doesn't seem like they diluted anything with some kind of offering in the last month. So just gonna be looking real quick right here. All right. Right here, dated, blah blah blah. It's gonna be looking down. Right, yeah, nothing here that I'm interested in. Alright, no, nothing that I'm quite interested in. But what I'm gonna be showing you right here is kind of a quick tip. So if you see this kind of 4 to 4, 4 to 4 and all these findings and you just ask yourself, alright, but what is what did it came from basically? Does it have an effect filing, everything like that? So you're just going to be clicking on here, external link. Going to be taken to the SSE website, and then just click right here on file number, and you're going to see, all right, all of this is the same. So every filing and all, it just came from the same thing. So they amended it, means they changed it. The effect filing came to just put it in motion, and then we had the 4 to 4 B3s that came along, and yeah. So nothing more that I want to find right here. That's all I need basically. So what I'm gonna be seeing is, all right, we have some dilution going on at 580, and as you can see, it's quite far away at the 6. But I'm gonna know, all right, if they are trying to manipulate the price up, and if I see some kind of reverse short or anything, I'm gonna be quite careful, and because I know, all right, they're gonna try to push the price up. Maybe even squeeze a few shorts, and on the push they're trying to dilute, and then we could have some kind of death drop or anything like that. So if we don't fade down and kind of do some kind of dirty move, toxic moves that we saw on Annie and all this shit, just gonna step away and let it do its thing. I know, all right, the quick ratio isn't bad at all, but as you have seen from the offering and warrants, so at least the warrants that we typed in, we saw a lot of results, and we had tons and tons and tons of dilution going on previously, so really quite dirty. And yeah, I didn't even look at the burning cash ratio, just remembered. So what I'm going to be looking at is cash flow. So cash flow, just going to type it in, statement of cash flow right here. Just going to look at net cash used in operating activities. I know Hammer does it in another way, but I like to look at that, and just gives me an idea. I don't really care about the numbers. I just want to see, all right, if they have a cash burn of, let's say, $1 million per month, and I see they have maybe 1 million cash left, or 500,000, it's just absolutely nothing. So just going to be looking at this number right here. It's for the 9-month period, which means 1.4, basically 1.4, and then divided by 9, which is 155,000 cash burn per month. So 1.155, 0.1, yeah, $55 per month cash burn. So that's that. And also let me check real quick if I can even find how Hammer does it, which should be right here. So total operating expenses for 3 months ended September 30th is 3.8. So that's the way Hammer does it. So as you can see right here, we have kind of really different numbers. So 3.816009, yeah, here, right here, and then divided by 3 basically. So 1.272 million per month, as you can see. The thing is, it's kind of a, seems to be kind of a pattern or something, but as you can see, in 2017, they didn't have anything close to this 3.8 million, which means they had to do something that had to do with the equity-based compensation. Which means it, just because it's that number right now doesn't mean it will come back after that. So you need to keep in mind, just because it's written down right here for the 3 months period, it doesn't mean that the cash burn will stay at 1.2 for the next month. It's just something to keep in mind. So gonna be writing it down, 1.25. So point by point, operating expenses, 3 months, end of September was 1.2, let me check the number again, 1.272 million per month. All right, that's all for today, guys. So as you know, right now I just built the whole watch list. As you can probably guess, I do it far more quickly if I'm kind of alone and not explaining it and all. And but yeah, now you know how I look at it. I look at the technicals, I look at the fundamentals, I look at SSR, I look at, all right, what did they try to do, what could they be doing? I look at probabilities and how my patterns work, and I use it all to basically know, all right, is it a good pattern? Do I want to be sizing in? Do I want to be playing off the near support or resistance line, or do I want it to kind of overextend? I keep in mind, all right, they could be trying to kind of trap someone with SSR just to push it higher to the levels where the warrants are, or the offering, whatsoever. Doesn't matter really, but yeah, it's all about basically finding the best odds and just playing the odds. So right now I didn't find any A++ patterns or setups today. I just found a couple of basically low-hanging fruits plays, and I just hope that we get some kind of big runner today to just take the eyes off of these ones, just so I can basically focus on the low-hanging fruits and just basically short it, let it die, I cover into the dip or hold it for an all-day fader, and that's it for me. All right, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and just ask any questions you want in chat.